What it is and what it ain't, man. I know it's been a while, boy. Your boy been busy, man. I just got done with mediations with my son, so I got more custody of him because I enjoy my time dearly with little bro. You feel me? But beyond all else, dog, I'm walking this track. Get my steps in as I'm vlogging, chopping it up with y'all. So, stay tuned. But if you can't tell from today's topic, I'm talking about your environment. I kind of listed it in one of my videos before about your environment. Didn't really get too in depth. I had somebody DM me and tell me, Lee, rap about the environment. Say less. I just got done cutting hair this Sunday, bro. I just got done putting that work in. And mainly why I like to put that work in while I'm on autopilot, you heard me, like, dude, it's just, I see my mom get up every day and just do the work, G. My mom, she did the military, 12 Bravo, infantry. She didn't get PTSD, so I'm grateful for that. But beyond all else though, fam, bro, I seen her consistency and how she was able to make herself uncomfortable to put me in a comfortable position. I seen the sacrifices she did, right? You know what I mean? She procreated her environment around her. She had to get with the environment around her. Unfortunately, sometimes you'll get dishonorable discharge if you ain't willing to do what you gotta do. But I seen what she had did every fucking morning. I'm like, damn, man, you just went to sleep at 1. We just came out of town and everything. She's wake up every day at 4 and just put that work in. And so now it's kind of just in me because I seen my mom do it to kind of put that work in. And it goes to my next point. If y'all ain't never been in the right environment where you seen anybody kind of sacrifice or put the work in to get to where they want to be, you got to kind of be able to distill the formula. You know what I'm saying? We so busy watching motherfucking SpongeBob and watching Plankton trying to get the Krabby Patty formula, and meanwhile we ain't even getting our own formula. We too busy enjoying the substance, bro, versus in trying to figure out the formula. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be no customer. You feel me? I want to be the CEO. I want to be the dude that's putting the ingredients in what I need to do in order to get results, to be able to get the customers to come back. So it goes back to my next point, man. You got to be able to put yourself in the right environment. And most of us ain't really been in the right environment. Most of us, like I told you, our whole life, or we never really paid attention to our environment to see exactly what we need to do to get out of our environment that we don't like, right? I know many times I've been in certain positions that I knew I should honestly better be in. And that's honestly why I became a barber, bro. I used to install these windows, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to install windows, and I used to hate when these Caucasian people used to talk to me crazy, motherfucker. Like, Cracker, you know how I do to you, Cracker? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to let them know, like, some days, bro, it was days where I had to just understand that what I have planned in my mind, I have to be willing to be patient and understand that I gotta have compassion, right? I have to have compassion, and compassion ain't nothing but an action, right? Combined with the uttermost understanding that it's just a passion I have. It's a passion I have. Understanding with an abundance of passion, a fire of desire. I understood that this job was paying me at the time when I was installing windows $20-some bucks an hour, so I sacrificed that. I sacrificed the shoulder being dislocated. I sacrificed, my neck being, hurting and stuff. But beyond all else, I combated that and aided that with the chiropractor. So I didn't necessarily just throw myself out in the wind like that. I kind of just made sense as I went with it. But I didn't necessarily just blame everybody else for where I was. And neither did I blame my boss, because I applied for that job. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. I put myself in a position. I understood I didn't want to work this job this long. And I understood that, man, this dude is working the dog shit out of me and getting that bread out of me. So I had a plan for myself, and I wanted to become a barber. So I put the work in, and yeah, I was exhausted, but I understood the image of what I wanted to do. I seen myself doing it. And that goes back to my next point. In order to be in a better environment, dog, you gotta have a strong mental, right? You have to be mentally strong. Understanding that what's about to come is better than your surroundings. You have to imagine yourself where you at. You have to imagine yourself accomplishing your goals. You have to see yourself where you want to be, right? You gotta understand, dog. It's just like you have to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? They sit here and tell you the sky's the limit, bro, nigga. They forget all about outer space, because as far as I know, I'm up there with the stars, baby. I'm up there with the stars, and I shine bright like a diamond. And it's like, dog, you gotta understand, dog. We really here, and we got this, and this is our moment to have. You got to be willing to put yourself in the right environment or create the right environment. Sometimes you just got to get by yourself, and you don't really got to be with nobody because your environment don't even understand you. And maybe you around your environment and y'all don't even got the same mission. But at some point in your life, you got to be able to use bits and pieces of your environment to get where you need to be. Maybe this nigga good for this. Maybe this nigga good for that. Maybe she good for this. Maybe she good for that. You can't expect everybody on the same basketball team to handle the ball. Nigga, you got a center who gonna sit in the post and who gonna do post center moves, nigga, like Shaq and Dwight Howard. Meanwhile, you got niggas that can handle the ball like Luka Doncic, but you want to limit him and put him as a center. That goes back to my next point. Travis Hunter never probably would have been Heisman of the Year had Deion Sanders just settled him and put him at one position. He understood that he was cultivated and he had evolved, right? He had evolved based off the passion he had, and he was able to make him very flexible and put him in multiple different positions at once. But had he limited him, bro, that would have limited his growth. You know what I'm saying? That would have stopped bro. That would have damn near made bro a midget. That would have made him a midget in life because he had this abundance of talent. But yet you have somebody that's just trying to limit him based off what he can do, based off of his environment. But that wasn't the case. Deion made him dig deep in his environment. What? Elaborated him and procreated him to be a Heisman trophy winner. So your environment is everything. People believing in you, people speaking life into you, power lies within the tongue. You'll get, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, over a habit with your environment, you'll get places way more faster with the right environment over your habit. And that's just what it is. With the right environment, bro, you don't even really got to have discipline because the environment gonna engravel the discipline. These are the rubrics, bro. It's like it's nowhere around it. It's gonna allow you to put yourself in something better. It's gonna allow you to. Not even going back when you elevated in like first, second, third grade. The reason we're able to elevate and understand the knowledge we have in reading and comprehension is because we sat down and we understood and we looked in our environment. Everybody learned how to add. Okay, bet. I'm going to learn how to add. Everybody doing fractions? Bet. I'm going to learn how to do fractions. But you didn't do the environment. Like if you didn't really go to college and you didn't have the environment to go to, let's say, want to become an electrical engineer like your boy. You may not know how to run electric, but you may know how to be a carpenter because you got into the woodwork. And when you're into woodwork, like I say, it's like a new hire. They would say 90 days so you can get familiar with the work, and then by 1 year, 2 year, bro, you in that right environment, bro. You getting trusted with the job sites. You the one that reading the blueprint on the plans, and not even only that, you leading the show. You leading the show, and some people take the knowledge they learn from one job to another job or to another city and procreate that. You know what I'm saying? They evolve that, and they take that trade and just make it their own and become a lifestyle and break generational curses. Because sometimes, bro, like I say, sometimes your family may have never ever have been in the right environment, and maybe the generational curse you gotta break is to put your family in the right environment, or to put yourself in the right environment. And when you put yourself in the right environment, then your kids gonna be in the right environment, then your wife gonna be in the right environment, and then everybody gonna have the right result. Because why? The environment is good, the air quality is great, the sun arrives here, the food quality is better here, right? You know what I'm saying? I can sleep here. The mental peace is here. The mental clarity is here. I don't gotta be stuck in survival mode. That's why I say the right environment is gonna procreate everything you got going on, G. Even your lady, when you dating her, dog, she gotta come from the right environment. She come from a toxic household, bro. She gonna ruin everything in your environment you trying to bring, because she ain't never seen it before. And something that nobody never seen or ever had, dog, they just gonna try to push it to the limit to see where it max out. That's unfortunate to honestly see and say, but that's where we at in this time and age. People want to see how much can I get away with to the point I can't get away with it no more. And then when it maxes out, they want it right back to the way it was, as if it's an introduction. We can't treat this like a procreated introduction. Because G, one of the worst things I think a woman's worst enemy is with a man is his memory, bro. Because our memory gonna always play in our head, and not even just women, bro. That's just human nature in general. Because we can't undo the images or unforget what we seen, and that's why sometimes when people, do us flaw, bro, no matter how many times they say they sorry, like especially if a girl cheat, dog, we try to like juggle with that shit, try to forgive them. We end up just being more angry because we just can't unforget that motherfucker. But like I said, you put yourself in the right environment, and that allow you to have the right options. Just put yourself in the right environment, G. Just put yourself right where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? New city, freaking just new job. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just a new household. You know, you may need to go stay with your cousin to go get your mind right, to be able to, you know, elevate your life. But this shit don't gotta make sense to nobody but you, G. You know what you gotta do to get yourself in that right environment. You know what I'm saying? Stop compromising what you need to do in order to get to where you wanna be. Do what you need, bro, to get to what you want. You deserve that, fam. You deserve that. But look, bro, I said what I said, you heard what you heard. And I got some more funny videos on the way, dog. I'm so sorry I've been waiting for y'all. But dog, I had to go do some court stuff. I had to go handle my family, bro. But we here, we locked in, we loaded. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell your boy what you want to see. Yours truly, Bossy.